Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Let's Talk Ghosts. And today we're actually going to discuss something that's been going on in the paranormal / debunking world for a while now. And it seems to have gotten worse since the turn of the new year. There is a lot of stuff. We will touch briefly today on a recent Beardo video that we watched. But there's a lot that's been going on. Now, before we get started, I would like to clarify, we are not a debunking team. Bruce and I have been paranormal investigators for 20 odd years. Sometimes they're very odd years, but 25 plus years. And yeah, we have no problem calling out stuff when it's crap and praising stuff when we don't see crap. And if you've been following any of our podcasts, you'd know that. There are stuff that we clearly do not like for whatever reason. It isn't necessarily that we are debunking someone's paranormal ability or paranormal investigation abilities.
Zach Biggins.
But,
Zach Biggins. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah. Yes, you did. So there, just like I won't say most haunted out loud, but anyway, there's a lot. Oh, I did that one too. Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm hearing more and more of from some of these debunkers that we follow, of people that we've reviewed favorably. Now, that doesn't mean that we endorse everything they do. It simply means the video we watched was good. Now, that could mean production, could mean, it looks believable. We're not doing deep dives into their investigations.
No.
So with that, we would just clarify that we are not debunkers. We are here to take a look at programming and the stuff that is put out there for us to watch. So for Beardo today, now this was put up not that long ago, a few days maybe?
Yeah.
Or was it? Oh, yesterday I saw it and it was only a few hours old. That was it. So it was just since yesterday that we watched it. And the video is from Beardo Gets Weird. Or no, Beardo Gets Scared, pardon me. Beardo's always weird. Anyway. Well, he calls himself Beardo the Weirdo, so Anyway. It's called Defending the Debunking Community. Paranormal Nightmare Called Us Attackers. And he is really upset about that because he has always been fans of theirs, apparently. So he was really upset, and he doesn't feel that he is an attacker. He doesn't attack. He follows up and verifies and debunks. Anyway, he starts off talking about the toxicity and the negativity surrounding the debunking world since the turn of the new year. Fancy that. He says that the debunking community has gotten a lot of, death threats, nasty comments, stuff like that, simply because of what they do. And yeah, I get that. You're gonna make a comment.
Well, no, like the one, our one and only Instagram, yeah, and she clearly, or whatever it was, clearly didn't want or listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
and this makes sense. People are just so bored, and they're
quick to want to give their opinion without even understanding what they're giving their opinion on.
Well,
like I said in our last episode, if she had bothered to listen to our episode, first of all, she'd know that it wasn't a video episode, it's an audio episode. So therefore, we're not broadcasting their stuff.
Yeah.
And
like Beardo said, it's in the agreement. You can
You're
pull
allowed to
it
use
apart.
clips and stuff for
Yeah,
reactionary purposes and
yeah,
educational purposes.
yeah,
Anyway, so he spent some time talking about the toxicity of what's going on and how some people are just getting out of the whole community because they're just frustrated and tired of the nonsense. I don't think he is. I think he's sticking around, which is good. He references Mythos discussing the Foreman brothers. Now, those are the paranormal nightmare people. And I guess we're going to have to go find this video. Mythos had a conversation with the Foreman brothers, and where he was asking them some questions about one of their investigations about, why are you looking this way just before the sound, and why is this shadow there? And when they're clearly supposed to be just the two of them, it appears that someone else might have been there. Now, I don't know. As I said, I'm not sure what he was referencing, so we might have to go take a peek. But these people came out furious because he had the audacity to ask them these questions. I don't think that's wrong. If you see something you're not clear on, why can't you ask questions?
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, the paranormal world is based really on opinion. There is no scientific anything there, because truly, how do you actually scientifically prove that something exists that you can't see or hear?
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of tools, but there's a lot of entertainment tools too that people use that don't mean shit. And
yeah,
I've commented on that before.
yeah,
Anyway, so I guess the backside of the video that he showed about this, the Paranormal Nightmare channel came on with comments basically, or I don't even know if it was their own video. Anyway, basically they came on screaming about the toxic debunking community, and saying that people need to start reporting them for using their content. And again, this is where Beardo said you're allowed to do that, and Paranormal Nightmare should know this.
yeah,
As long as you're not rebroadcasting the entirety and leaving it as is and just posting it up there.
yeah,
You're allowed to use for educational purposes, for reactionary stuff. And there was something else he gave. I forget what it was. Doesn't matter. So you see, if we wanted to do a video podcast and show clips, we'd be allowed to. Thank you very much.
yeah,
Those are YouTube's YouTube's service agreements.
yes,
And anyway, so these Foreman brothers got angry. He says because of one comment, and they said that, or began to accuse everybody of being toxic.
yeah,
Beardo states he really was a fan of these Foreman brothers nightmare or paranormal nightmare, and he stood by them forever because of the good they do. They do a lot of investigating and helping people, which
yeah,
is much more than a lot of these other programs do just for entertainment purposes, really, and for trying to get likes and views
clicks,
and
yeah,
yeah, it's just content for the ad revenue, I guess.
right,
So he says he stood by them for a long time, so he was really quite taken aback, and he said, I genuinely hoped that no one would ever catch you because of the help you've given to people. And then he said, after one little video where someone questioned them, instead you've gone into full attack mode. And he completely lost respect for them. In fact, he said he has unsubscribed from their channel.
yeah. And that's the price you pay for being an idiot, you know? Um, you can't go around and say things and without facts or anything, you know? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So that was really something. We have not unsubscribed to. We base our decisions on what we subscribe to and what we don't subscribe to based on what we think, not what somebody else thinks. So
Yeah.
we are still subscribed. We still watch them from time to time. We don't watch them all the time because I don't have, my God, I don't have the time to watch everything I'd like to. But I'd not be able to sleep. I'd not be able to go to work. Well, this could be work if we made more money doing it, but we apparently don't. So, that's I was really impressed that he touched on Jason Hawes' video from just the other day.
Yeah, I was really
The one,
impressed with that too.
the one where he he took Beardo's video. We just talked about it last week. The one where he took Beardo's video basically and broke it down. And I mean, much respect for that he even mentioned it. And he said that it was the right thing to do. He said he agreed with some stuff, disagreed with some stuff, but it was clear he was responding with respect.
Yes.
And he even commented on the fact that, it's his daughter, Satori is his daughter. And I don't think he said he expected any more either. He said he hadn't seen any signs of, fakery. So that was good. Then he went on to discuss PSI, which is Paranormal Scientific Investigation. Now, I don't think we have reviewed any of their stuff.
No.
Yet.
No, I don't think so.
And apparently they do try to, they kind of are debunkers. They go and try to investigate very scientifically. Now I'm going to have to go check something out because I want to see how their investigations differ from some of these other ones. Now I'm curious.
And I want to see what kind of scientific tools they use.
Yeah, exactly. I want to know what they do that's different from some of these other groups. Is it the equipment? Is it their style?
Yeah.
Is it just that they don't buy everything?
Yeah.
That, there's a creak in the floor. That's got to be a footstep. That sort of thing. Oh, geez, that stuff irritates the crap out of me.
Now, did you hear that? No.
No, I didn't. Shut the hell up so I can listen.
That's my pet peeve.
Yeah, I know. Well, and it's just like every cool breeze is not a ghost going by. It could be an open window. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but if it's a demon, it should be warm, not cool, right?
Well, who knows,
But that's the thing. Demons are supposed to be hot, and ghosts are cold. Yeah. That's the story. That's the myth, anyway.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's talking about, where was I? You lost me now. We were talking about PSI. Yeah. So they did do a whole big rant about the toxic debunking communities. I guess Beardo's biggest thing is he doesn't like being lumped in there with all the others because he's not necessarily like all the others. Kind of that's the way I've seen it so far. So I do have a few of my two favorite debunkers. It's him and Mythos. Yeah. And he even referenced Side-Eye Guy in there too. So, I mean, he's spoken to him. Well, they're all British people, so I'm not surprised that they all talk amongst each other. Yeah, it was interesting. He did end with a comment to the debunking community where he says, you are allowed to do this stuff. You are allowed to use clips and you are allowed to have your opinions and not to let anybody else tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
You could tell his frustration. He wasn't his put together self that he usually is.
Yeah.
So you can tell his frustration. He got in front of that cameraman and that was just one last thing got to him and he needed to speak his mind. So,
and you can only push the button so often before it explodes on you. So,
yeah. So we will be watching what's going to happen with all this stuff in the next little while. I'm curious to see the reactions from some of these other people that have been debunked.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this stuff, and we've said it before too, especially on YouTube, a lot of it is strictly entertainment. Many of these folks are not professional paranormal investigators. They don't know how to investigate from Adam. They just,
especially
oh,
when
we've
you're
seen.
smoking and stuff.
Yeah, they've
It's
seen it
just
on TV. They think they know what they're doing, and they're out there. Woo! Look at us go,
yeah,
without any background training, research, or anything. And
yeah,
that's where I kind of get upset about that too. However, our role is simply to discuss the paranormal, and when we're reviewing, we are reviewing basically the entertainment aspect of it. Is it good quality video? Is it crap? Is it well put
does
together? Do
does
they
it
seem
have
like they know what they're doing?
does it have you know locations and what else do you like? Fonts and stuff.
Credits. Does it have credits? But that's part of the presentation,
Well,
how professional does it look?
yeah,
That's what I like to see. If you're going to actually go out there and put this stuff out, make it professional.
yeah,
But a lot of these folks have jumped on the paranormal bandwagon because it's so popular, just
yeah,
to get those video ads and stuff and make money. And some of them are making a ton of money.
yeah.
Some of them are making a ton of money. And I'm jealous.
Well, if we're young and really
Yeah.
good
Oh, yeah.
looking, it'd be easy. But
Yeah. Oh, man, we're old and it's
oh
hard to do
well.
that stuff now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was very, like I said, you could sense his frustration. He's
yeah,
very upset with people that he once respected,
yeah,
basically saying the debunking community should be debunked, that they are
yeah,
just out there trying to ruin everybody. And that's not
yeah,
true. They are
yeah,
calling out what is crap
yeah,
and praising what is not. And that's
yeah,
the way it should be. I mean, if you're going to have stuff like that out there, you damn well expect people to be commenting on it. You
yeah,
can't put stuff that's considered controversial and expect
yeah,
everybody to go, ooh, look at them. No,
yeah.
it doesn't work that way.
Well,
It
it's
does
just
not.
you can't comment on how they look and stuff because that's
Yeah.
wrong. It's got
It's
nothing to do with that.
yeah,
It's
it's totally
you know
irrelevant.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so people who get all offended because oh, he doesn't shower. How the fuck do you know that he's not showered? You're watching a fucking TV or a
Yeah, you're watching a
screen.
video. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's just like me
and
saying that, Beardo looked a little unkempt today. Well, he
why?
did,
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean he's dirty. It just means, he's a little
yeah,
unkempt today. And that's why I said I could sense his frustration. I think one last time something came over his email or whatever, and that was it. He had to explode. He had to say what he needed to say because it was just bubbling up. And so he got in front of his camera.
and well,
I get it.
like I said, that button pushing, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah. It
it's
just
gonna,
sometimes hits you the wrong way.
yeah, exactly.
So we will be watching more of this controversy that's going on. Please, if you've got a comment, say so. Or you can leave us a message through our Spotify page. You can also leave us a voice message there. If you click on
Yeah,
the thingy, the voice message
yeah.
thingy, you can Twitter us or X. I don't even know. You can't send them. What is that on X now? It's not
Well,
tweeting to
X.
somebody. It's just sending a message now. I don't
Yeah,
know. You can send us a message. You can direct message us there. That our mailbox is open there. And now that we have our audio podcast on YouTube, you can go there and drop a comment there.
yeah,
Please, by all means, do so. We'd love to hear what you think about all of this stuff that's going on and your opinions. Do you think that we have far too much crap out there? Not us personally, but the paranormal world. I don't care if you think we have too much crap. That's why we do what we do, because
yeah,
there's too much crap. But there is a lot of good stuff out there too.
yeah.
But please let us know what you think. We're happy to share your comments. You never know when something you might say shows up in one of our podcasts. Anyway, that's all we've got to say. I hope you have a great day, morning, evening, wherever you are in this big wide world.
Happy hunting.
Happy haunting. Bye now.